Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Computer and Information Sciences, SOCIS, Certificate Programs, Certificate in Mobile Application Development, CMAD, BCS 093 Introduction to Android, Block-1 Features of Android, Unit-1 Basics of Android, 1.0 Introduction. The purpose of this unit is to give you the first glimpse of the Android operating system for mobile devices and tablets. It is designed to empower mobile software developers to write innovative mobile applications. First part of this unit looks at the version history of the Android mobile operating system. Hence, you will be able to compare different mobile operating systems with unique features of Android. The next part of the unit will help you to identify the devices that run Android as a operating system with its open and customizable nature. Furthermore, at the end of this unit, you would be able to have an idea about the available categories of applications in Google Play. One video material will be provided with this unit and you are expected to watch this and complete the relevant activities. 1.1 Objectives. After studying this unit, you should be able to describe how versioning and naming of Android operating systems has evolved, explain the unique features of Android OS comparing to existing mobile operating systems, identify the devices that run Android as the operating system. Identify the types of applications run on top of Android devices. IDE, Integrated Development Environment to write, compile, and execute programs. App, Mobile Application Software, API, Application Program Interface, is a set of protocols and tools for building software. Kernel, essential core of an operating system. 1.2 Android as a popular mobile platform. Android is an open-source operating system for mobile devices such as smartphones, smartwatches, tablets, and other Android-enabled platforms including Android TV and Android Auto. Android Auto is a smartphone projection standard developed by Google to allow mobile devices running the Android operating system, version 5.0, Lollipop and later, to be operated in automobiles through the dashboard's head unit. Android is a Linux-based operating system. Android is the first truly open and comprehensive platform for mobile devices. It includes an operating system, user interface, and applications, all of the software to run a mobile phone, but without the proprietary obstacles that have hindered mobile innovation. By Andy Rubin, founder of Android Incorporated. In other words, Android can be defined as a system that includes an open-source operating system, an open-source development platform, and devices that run the operating system and applications created for it. In the next section, we will be discussing about the popularity of Android OS among people. 1.2.1 Rapid Innovation. Android is continuously pushing the boundaries of hardware and software forward to bring new capabilities to users and developers. For developers like you, the rapid evolution of Android technology lets you stay in front with powerful, differentiated applications. Android gives you access to the latest technologies and innovations across a multitude of device form factors, chipset architectures, and price points. If you are not familiar with the terms, a form factor is the size, configuration, or physical arrangement of the device, and a price point is a point on a scale of possible prices at which something might be marketed. The range of features further includes multi-core processing and high-performance graphics, state-of-the-art sensors, vibrant touchscreens, and emerging mobile technologies. 1.2.2 Powerful Development Framework. Android facilitates you with everything you need to build best-in-class app experiences. It gives you a single application model that lets you deploy your apps broadly to hundreds of millions of users across a wide range of devices from phones to tablets and beyond. Android also gives you tools for creating apps while taking advantage of the hardware capabilities available on each device. It automatically adapts your user interface UI to look its best on each device and gives you control over UI on different device types. This is further discussed later in this material. For example, you can create a single app binary that's optimized for both phone and tablet form factors. What is a single app binary and how a single app binary can be deployed is discussed in a later unit of this material. Android allows you to declare your UI in lightweight sets of extensible markup language, XML, resources, one set for parts of the UI that are common to all form factors and other sets for optimizations specific to phones or tablets. How UI designing is done is further explained in a later unit of this material. At runtime, Android applies the correct resource sets based on its screen size, density, locale, and so on. To help you develop efficiently, the Android developer tools offer a full Java integrated development environment (IDE) with advanced features for developing, debugging, and packaging Android apps. Using the IDE, you can develop on any available Android device or create virtual devices that emulate any hardware configuration. 1.2.3 Video V1 Course Overview. You may watch the video on course overview before moving further and answer the questions in Activity 1.1. URL https://tinyurl.com/ydhf7mf6 1.2.4 Check your progress. Check the Android version, i.e. kernel version, in an Android phone. What are the other devices you have seen having Android operating system? 1.3 History of Android. In October 2003, four computer experts, Andy Rubin, Nick Sears, Rich Miner and Chris White founded a software development organization, Android Incorporated, in Palo Alto, California, USA. They wanted to make a Linux-based operating system that can work on digital cameras which can connect with computers. However, this plan was not as successful as they thought, so they focused on smartphones. In August 2005, Google purchased the Android Incorporated and became the proprietor of the company. In November 2007, Google disclosed a consortium of different mobile technology providers named Open Handset Alliance, OHA, that includes mobile hardware manufacturers, HTC, Motorola, etc., chipset manufacturers, Qualcomm, Texas Instruments, etc., and telecommunication service providers, T-Mobile, etc. There were 34 different companies in OHA consortium that agreed to provide a mobile device which does not belongs to a single company as iPhone from Apple. But for couple of years Google could not bring any mobile under the OHA consortium. In October 2008, HTC brought first smartphone HTC Dream in the market, which was commercially available. At the time when the first version of the Android was unveiled, only 35 Android apps were accessible. But today, millions of Android applications are available in the market. Android has been released in many versions since its inception. Before commercialization, many internal alpha versions were released on the name of fictional robots like Astro Boy, Bender, R2D2, etc. On 5th November 2007, Google released first beta version of Android whose software development kit, SDK, was released on 12th November 2007. Since then, 5th November is considered as Android's birthday. 1.3.1 Version History. All versions of Android are released under a confectionery or suite theme, i.e. names of the Android versions are the name of confectionery product in alphabetic order. It started with Android 1.5 Cupcake, versions 1.0 and 1.1, API version 1 and 2, and they were not released under explicit code names. API level is mainly the Android version used as an alternative to the Android version name, e.g. 3.0, 4.0, 4.4, etc., where integer numbers are applied. This number keeps on increasing with each version. For e.g., Android 1.5 is API level 3, Android 1.6 is API level 4, and so on. Android 11, API level 30, is latest version of Android that is available on some of the latest releases of mobile phones. 1.3.2 Video V2, Evolution of Android. Let us watch the wide on evolution of Android before moving further and answer the questions in Activity 1.2. URL https://tinyurl.com/ydhf7mf6 with their main features. Different versions of Android are summarized in the following table 1.1. You need not to worry if you are not familiar with the terms given under features. You can refer this table while reading the remaining units of this material as when required. 1.4 Features of Android. Android is a powerful operating system with many supporting features for mobile application developers. Few of them are listed below in Table 1.2. Table 1.2 Features of Android. Feature description. UI. Android provides a variety of pre-built UI components such as structured layout objects and UI controls to build the graphical user interface for your app. Android also provides other UI modules for special interfaces such as dialogues, notifications, and menus with its own unique effects and animations. Connectivity. Android supports connectivity technologies including for wide area networks, WAN, like GSM, 3G, 4G, CDMA, and 5G. Also, it is supporting Wi-Fi and Ethernet as local area network, LAN, technologies. Apart from that, Android has support for Bluetooth as a personal area network, PAN. Also, newer versions support for near-field communication, NFC. Storage. Android provides several options for you to save persistent application data. The solution you choose depends on your specific needs, such as whether the data should be private to your application or accessible to other applications and the user, and how much space your data requires. Your data storage options are the following: shared preferences, internal storage, external storage, SQLite databases, network connection, cloud storage. Media support. Media format support built into the Android platform. Audio MP3, MIDI, MP4, only on Android 10. Images, JPEG, GIF, PNG, BMP, video MPEG-4 SP. Feature description, messaging short message service, SMS, and multimedia messaging service, MMS. Google Cloud Messaging, GCM, is also a part of Android. Push messaging services, web browser. The web browser available in Android is based on the open-source Blink, previously WebKit, layout engine, coupled with Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. It supports both hypertext, markup language, HTML5, and cascading style sheets, CSS3. Multitouch. A multitouch gesture is when multiple pointers, fingers, touch the screen at the same time. Android has native support for multitouch, multitasking, running multiple tasks simultaneously. When an activity has been launched, the user can go to home and launch a second activity without destroying the first activity. User can jump from one task to another and same time. Various applications can run simultaneously. Resizable widgets. App widgets are miniature application views that can be embedded in other applications, such as the home screen, and receive periodic updates. These views are referred to as widgets in the user interface, and you can publish one with an app widget provider. Resizing allows users to adjust the height and/or the width of a widget within the constraints of the home panel placement grid. You can decide if your widget is freely resizable or if it is constrained to horizontal or vertical size changes. Multi-language. It is always a good idea to make the app localized, and Android supports multiple languages. Android Beam. Android Beam is a device-to-device data transfer tool that uses NFC and Bluetooth to send photos, videos, contact information, links to web pages, navigate directions, and more from one device to another, just by bumping them together. Android Framework API supports these features. Next, we will be comparing Android with other existing mobile operating systems. 1.5 Comparison of mobile operating systems: Google's Android, Apple's iOS, Microsoft's Windows, and BlackBerry Ltd's BlackBerry are operating systems used primarily in mobile devices, such as smartphones and tablets. The popular mobile operating systems are very similar in some ways. Every OS supports some kind of mobile device management, but the way each OS supports is different, and one of the unique features of Android is its source model. Android has its unique features when comparing with proprietary mobile operating systems. Table 1.3 shows a comparison of Android with one of the proprietary operating system, iOS. Table 1.3 Comparison of mobile operating systems. 1.6 Devices that run Android as the operating system. Android occupies a large section of the global mobile market. Here is a list of devices which already run Android: watches, smart glasses, home appliances, e.g., refrigerators, washing machines, oven, cars, cameras, smart TVs, game consoles, home automation systems, robots. 1.7 Categories of Android applications. Google Play is the premier marketplace for selling and distributing Android apps. When you publish an app on Google Play, you reach the huge installed base of Android. Using the Google Play Developer Console, you can choose a category for your apps. Users can browse for apps by category using a computer, play.google.com, and the Play Store app. There are many Android applications in the market. Some of the top categories are music, multimedia, news, sports, travel, weather, books, finance, social media. 1.8 Summary. The objective of this unit is to introduce Android and its capabilities. In the first part of this unit, we discussed about the history of Android with the names of the various versions of the Android operating system, OS. Then we discussed the features provided by Android to create mobile applications and compared different operating systems available for mobile devices. Android is a powerful operating system that supports many applications in smartphones. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.